LinkedIn and YouTube, Instagram. I got you on the camera. It is Saturday morning. Good Saturday morning to you. It's 8 a.m., 8:03 in sunny Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm here for a quick and dirty live broadcast for you. I wanted to talk to you today about building your menopause healthcare team. All this week, I've been doing live broadcasts at 8 a.m. About the menopause transition and how to thrive through it. There's so much misinformation. There's such a tremendous lack of information. And as a menopause informed coach, I wanted to bring to you some solutions all this week. Well, today we're going to talk about who the people are that you probably need in your healthcare network, on your healthcare team. Let me introduce myself once again. My name is Ren Jones. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified corrective exercise specialist, certified nutrition coach, certified women's coaching specialist, and certified menopause health and fitness coach. So I'm going to bring you a quick and dirty live. We're just going to talk briefly about the medical professionals that can help you, that can assist you through your own menopause transition to make it a transition that's tolerable, to keep you out of the dark corners, right? Because so often women are going through this transition in their life without any support and without any information up front. And that's tragic because it makes everything more complicated. My God, I got to interview my friend and colleague, Amanda Thebe, on my podcast. She was my very first podcast interview, as a matter of fact. And we talked about her book, Menopocalypse, which I highly suggest to read, and the fact that for 2 years of her life, she thought she was either having early onset Alzheimer's dementia, or she had some neurological disorder, or some secret illness, some secret rare illness. And it turned out the entire 2 years that she was going to seek treatment, the entire 2 years that she was meeting with medical staff, et cetera, it was simply perimenopause. And as a wellness professional, at the time, she had literally never heard the term perimenopause. So she could not get the assistance that she needed. We're going to shortcut all that today. I've got some great information for you. Before I get into the information, I've got to pay the bills again because it's currently my enrollment week for my 12-week signature program. It's called Women's Liberation Movement. I work with moms, women over 30, to help them build their healthiest body, their healthiest relationship with their body, and their healthiest relationship with food without calorie counting, without macronutrient counting. And if you feel, and I hear this so often from potential clients, if you feel like you are currently not at home in your own body, this is the program for you. So if you're interested, DM me the word live, LIVE. We'll have a quick conversation in the DMs or in the messenger on whatever platform you're on. We'll see if what my program does is a good fit for you, and we'll go from there. But let's get into the information. I don't want to delay. I want to get some pancakes here real soon. So, number one, on your menopause health and wellness team, you're probably definitely going to need a primary care doctor, some general practitioner, if that person is not generally your gynecologist, but you need a menopause informed practitioner, because what most people don't know is that even gynecologists, only about 20% of them get any curriculum in the process of becoming gynecologists. Only about 20% of them are what we call menopause informed. There's not a lot of curriculum through the medical schooling process that addresses perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. So shockingly, well-intentioned women who are confused about what their bodies are doing, going to medical professionals for assistance, they'll get shitty advice, for lack of a better term. I've had so many clients that I've worked with and had so many conversations with potential clients where women will say, "Well, I was in perimenopause, but I went to my doctor to get some tests, and they said it was too early. I was too young for that. So I just dealt with my symptoms for another year, another 2 years, another 5 years, thinking that I was going crazy. not knowing what was going on with my health, and not getting the proper treatment, the proper therapy for this transition in my life. So I've got a link in my bio, and I'll talk about it here on the broadcast. But I've got a link in my bio that allows you to go to North American Menopause Society, which is now called just the Menopause Society, if I'm not mistaken. But they have a feature there you can click on, and it will allow you to find a menopause informed medical practitioner in your area. You actually type in your zip code, and all the menopause informed medical professionals within your area will be listed so you can contact them. Hopefully, you'll find one that's in your healthcare network, but that's crucially important because it's very easy, much like fitness and exercise, it's very easy to go to a well intentioned medical professional who has not had any additional course curriculum, and doctors do not typically have information in regards to fitness and nutrition. But it's very likely that you interact with a medical professional who doesn't have that information, and sometimes they are unwilling to say, "Hey, I have no expertise here. I should refer you to this type of person." Sometimes they will give you bad information instead of telling you that they don't have the information, or they'll give you information based on what they read in the checkout aisle in the grocery store, right? Or what they overheard a colleague say, or something that a neighbor said to them. So it's crucially important that through this transition to be adequately supported, you have the support of a menopause informed medical professional. And if you go to North American Menopause Society, just Google them, you'll see a section that says for women in, in opposition to being a section for practitioners, a section for women. And you click on that section, and there's a list of items, and one of those items is finding a menopause informed practitioner in your area. Let's talk quickly about the type of doctors that you may need, though, because you may need access to all three of these types. You may need access to an allopathic doctor. That's your general MD, medical doctor. You may need access to an osteopathic doctor, which is the same as an MD, but they have sort of additional training in addressing the holistic human, right? So they'll consider things like lifestyle related issues, your stress levels, et cetera, et cetera. Osteopathic doctors have a tendency to have a little bit more time and a little bit greater tendency to investigate other facets of your life. So, where the allopathic doctor may be considering the parts, right? I've got this going on in my skin. Let's examine the skin. I've got this going on in my chest. Let's examine the chest. The osteopathic doctor may have a greater tendency to look at you holistically as not only an organism, but a person behind the organism. And then a naturopathic doctor may be able to help you with things like to help you with transition, things like ashwagandha, et cetera. So you may, during the course of your transition, need access to an allopathic doctor, regular MD, osteopathic doctor, MD with a little bit more care involved, or a naturopathic doctor, the doctor that leans more towards natural, organic, plant-based, et cetera, solutions. So that's the first thing. You're going to need a menopause informed medical professional on your menopause team. The second type of medical professional that you may need as you build your menopause healthcare team is you may need a pelvic physiotherapist, right? And again, this is something that I find most women haven't heard of, a pelvic physiotherapist. But this type of medical professional helps you with pelvic floor dysfunction. So I'm thinking of things like incontinence, right? If you have stress incontinence or urge incontinence, you know, I've had clients tell me, hey, I can't do jumps because when I jump, I pee a little bit. I can't do heavy lifting because the stress causes me to pee a little bit. I've stopped running or biking because of leakage. It's very common, but it's not normal, and you don't have to live with that. A pelvic floor physiotherapist can be a great aid in helping you recover from those things. The same thing with prolapse. If you have the feeling that something's falling out or the feeling of heaviness, that's a pelvic floor physiotherapist can help give you exercises, help give you information to revert that. So having a pelvic floor physiotherapist or access to one can help most women with a lot of very common symptoms that are common but are not normal. If you're giving birth, it's common that you may have leakage, but it's not normal. And there are so many women that I have this conversation with who aren't aware that there's a provider out there that can help with those things. It's important. Obviously, the next person you may need on your healthcare team, if this is not your primary physician, is a gynecologist, right? And again, going back to where I started here, as shocking as it is, only about 20% of all graduated gynecologists are menopause informed. It's actually rare that they get any training through their medical schooling about all the symptoms and circumstances involving menopause, which to a man sounds incredibly odd, but the reality is there's still a lack of medical research, a lack of nutrition research, a lack of exercise research when it comes to specifically researching women. Unfortunately, most research is done on males, and it's sort of just cross applied to women, which is horrible. I mean, it's horrible. So whereas I can't watch an NFL broadcast without seeing a commercial about erectile dysfunction, right? Some gray haired man holding hands in separate tubs with a dark haired woman. We have swept women's medical issues, specifically the ones around menopause. We've swept them into a dark corner for so long that, number one, women don't feel comfortable having the conversations, and number two, there's not a lot of great medical treatment and advice out there. Generally, you need to find a menopause informed practitioner. Again, that takes me back to, you can go to National North American Menopause Society, NAMS, Google it, and in their website there's a section for women to click on. You can type in your zip code, and it will show you all the menopause informed medical professionals within your area. You may have to switch your primary care physician. You may have to switch your gynecologist, or in addition, see someone else that can be helpful. So a gynecologist is the next person that you'll probably need on your menopause health and wellness team. The fourth and fifth is you're going to need someone who understands the nutritional adjustments that you might need to make when you're in the menopause transition, right? A lot of the times, women will tell me, as a menopause informed coach, that, Ren, I haven't changed my eating, I haven't changed my exercise, and all of a sudden I don't feel like I'm in my own body. All of a sudden I feel like I'm losing all my muscle, right? All of a sudden, I feel like I'm gaining fat. I had a conversation with an awesome lady. Sorry about that. Sorry, y'all. My tripod gave out. But I had a conversation with an awesome lady yesterday who said, all of a sudden I gained 10 pounds of body fat just overnight. And that's common. So you need someone who understands the transition from a nutritional perspective, right? A menopause informed nutritionist, registered dietitian, or nutrition coach can help you in this regard. And the last thing you need is a menopause informed coach, because a lot fitness and wellness coach, because a lot of what you're doing now is not going to work with your new hormonal profile the way that it used to work when you're in your 20s and 30s, and in some cases in your earlier 40s. You may be having the experience right now, you may be living the experience right now of doing exercise at the same intensity that you used to, maintaining your nutritional intervention the same way that you used to, and noticing that nothing works. And what happens commonly is women will double down on what's not working, because if it's not working, it means that you're not restricting calories enough, right? Or it means that you're not exercising hard enough. and you'll end up doubling down on what you think will work because you've not been informed or coached about the differences in your hormonal profile now. And thereby, you end up doubling down on the backfiring of choosing the wrong things. Uh, if you're looking for a menopause informed coach, hello. Not only am I a fitness trainer, not only am I a correct exercise specialist, but I'm also a level 1 and 2 master level nutrition coach. And as a coach with 3 different menopause courses under his belt, I'm absolutely able to help you with this transition by shifting what you've normally done to what works with your body now. So that's a quick and dirty on your healthcare team that you'll probably need as you're making the transition through the menopause. I hope that's helpful. I'm going to pay the bills one more time because I'm currently enrolling no more than 5 women over 30 who want to build their healthiest body, build their healthiest relationship with their body, and build their healthiest relationship with food without counting calories, without counting macronutrients or weighing or measuring food, and without spending half your day in a gym beating yourself up on the treadmill. If that program, my 12-week program, sounds like something that might be right for you, DM me the word live, LIVE. We'll have a quick conversation in the chat, see if the program might be a good fit for you, and we'll take it from there. Until tomorrow, when I'm back with another quick and dirty live session, let's keep it simple. Thanks for rocking with me, Enneagram. Whew, that hurt my arm, Facebook. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.